Elaine, on Thursday, you're going to be meeting with Mr. Paul Asselford, and he's going to be taking a tour with a bunch of folks all around the First Coast. First of all, tell me, what's the nature of the project?
Well, what we're trying to do, and Tom, thanks so much for covering the story, because I find it to be a very interesting one, but we're really looking at the First Coast, as it's been called by so many people, as having so many amenities that I feel we don't actually spotlight enough. And so the purpose of this, Mr. Asselford is here, never been to Jacksonville before, new on the job, only been in town a month. So we'd like to give him that treasures of the First Coast, and I don't mean pirate treasures, but the treasures being the amenities that we have, and really showcase them.
What are some of those amenities?
Well, you know, it's everything from the lifeguard tower and the history of Jack's Beach and the train going through it, and really letting them know each of the beaches, something about each of those. And then we're going to take him down Mayport Road to the little village of Mayport, and let him know the history that's there. But we also have some really exciting stuff going on too, because we're going to pick up a lady from the past. She's not ghostly, she's going to be right there, you can pinch her, but she's going to be in period costume, and she will give that some of the unknown facts of the history of the area. And she's also a student of the history all the way up to Amelia Island, so she'll be a great addition.
But part of this is also an effort to really market the entire A1A corridor and to have it be designated as a scenic coastal byway all the way from the St. Johns County line up to the Florida-Georgia line. What got you involved in that project?
The ferry.
And good on them.
And I'm not really pulling punches with anybody, but as we market A1A, if we can say that the minute you come into the state of Florida, go over to A1A at Amelia Island and Fernandina, capture the history there at Fort Clinch, and you know, take the water taxi, do a sunset cruise on an old pirate ship, and then make your way down through Little Talbot and Big Talbot Island, Fort George, the Kingsley Plantation, the Timaquan Preserve. It goes on and on and on. And then, so what you have is an experience that isn't just one thing to do and then back on 95. It's take A1A, enjoy A1A, and take it all the way to St. Augustine.
How important is that for local businesses?
Well, it's very important because if you look at the map and you're on 95 and you're a visitor from Richmond and you're going to do Florida and you say, you know what, I'd like to see some of the off the beaten path kind of tourism things, then you get over, and if you are now able to say, oh, I just picked up this brochure on Scenic Coastal Byway, A1A, and look at all of these things. There's something here for mom and dad and the kids and everything else. And look at these restaurants, and look at these hotels, and look at this little village here. Stay there, shop here, eat here. Those are the things that we want to promote.
Has the area, in your opinion, gotten really, and there's really no delicate way to say this, but has the area gotten its fair shake from Visit Jacksonville in the past?
Well, my opinion is no, but you know, I think a lot of people look at Jacksonville and they see the St. Johns River running through a beautiful downtown with you know, these great 7 bridges that go across the St. Johns River, and then they look at the golf courses surrounding the area, the recreation that we have, and they really don't know the history and how you can really make even more out of that trip over to the beaches just by taking a south or a northern little trek and seeing even more. Base yourself at the beach, Jack's Beach. Base yourself there and look at what you can really enjoy as an adventure along this First Coast. It is the First Coast of Florida. A1A is the signature highway of the state of Florida, and we don't want to stop it by having the ferry go away. So if we push more tourism over to A1A, we'll have more ridership on the ferry stays.
And nobody wrote a song about I-95 ever did.
No, they didn't. Jimmy Buffett doesn't like I-95.
That's right.
That is so true. I love it.
So who all will be on this tour with Mr. Asselford?
He's got a couple of his board members coming along, but invited is the St. Johns River Ferry Commission, and that includes our chairman, who is Councilman Crescenbenny, and in addition to that, on that commission is the former captain of Mayport Naval Station, Aaron Bowman. And then we just have Mitch Reeves from the task force, the Ferry Task Force. We've got media coming. We've got historians, business leaders from the area. So we've got quite a mix, It's a little bit of everything. But the purpose is really to say, look at what we can offer on A1A for tourists.
And then there will be a reception following at the Beaches Historical Museum.
Oh, thank goodness for the Beaches Historic Museum and Park. I have been corrected on this, I keep forgetting the and park. And they have been so nice. We're going to start off there at 9:30 in the morning. We'll have coffee and OJ and a couple of donuts, and then jump on the bus and start our trek up to Amelia. And actually, it's been a fluid kind of a tour with the people at Amelia, because they're just now kind of getting there, what they'd like to show us together. So we're actually going to do the new Omni Resort. We're going to have an opportunity. I forget how many millions, but it was hundreds of millions went into it. So this new Omni Resort is now on our tour, and they're going to host us for lunch. So that's brand new, and you're only hearing it on your show right here if they tune to your website.
Thank you very much.
Nobody knows that but you. And breaking news. And, but it's really nice because that's, there's the Ritz and the Hilton and, the Omnis and these great B&Bs and everything up there. And melded with that is kayaking and fishing and surfing and laying around on the beach and reading a book. And there in the middle of it is, Mayport with its great big ships and, helicopters. And it's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place to be.
Kind of the undiscovered jewel of Florida.
Really, it's a different Florida. It's not Miami.
And we don't want it to be.
And we don't want it to be. It's not, I think a cat has just joined us. And that is a star. That's Julie, making her debut on your show. But no, it really is. It's not undiscovered by any means. But as you said, we really do have to promote it. That's the only way that we're going to get people to not stay on 95 and drop into St. Augustine. I mean, if all you have is Amelia and you got to go all the way back out to 95, not going to do that. If you've got a real reason to take A1A for this incredible trip, and we promote it, and we've got a map of A1A, I think we've got something really hot there.
Well, good luck, and I hope we can sit down and talk again when it's all finished and we can find out what you learned.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for actually spotlighting this with your website. I hope we get some people that will really enjoy it.
And I'm going to do one.